If you clicked on this video, I'm sure you, like me, struggle with keeping your big dogs off of your furniture. I've done previous videos on this topic of keeping dogs off of your couch or off of your furniture, showing you methods like putting aluminum foil over the couch or using treats and a clicker to train your dog to avoid getting on the couch. In this video, I'm going to share with you just one more way in which you can keep your dogs off of your furniture, and that is the PetSafe ScatMat. This is not a sponsored video. I purchased both of these scat mats to put on our brand new sectional couch, and so I just wanted to share real quick with you how they are working and to give you a little background as to our experience with them in case this is something that you would be interested in trying. Julie, oh! Okay, so if you are interested in this topic, stay tuned. If you are new to this channel, my name is Stephanie, aka Big Dog Mom. And on this channel, I provide information and resources to help you and your big dog live your best life together. If you have not done so already, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any late breaking big dog news, and hit that like button if you get value from this video. All right, let's get going. As you know, this is not a new topic for Big Dog Mom. I have shared in the past some tips and advice on how to keep a dog off of your furniture. I will tell you and be honest that this brand new sectional that we waited 9 months for has been too much of a temptation for Sully, who just loves to be comfortable. The poor old guy. He loves to put his head on pillows and snuggle in and be warm. And so while the aluminum foil method has been effective for him in the past, we found over the last month of having this brand new sectional that he would just basically move the foil off to the side and curl up on the couch. In an effort to not only deter him from getting onto this brand new sectional and getting it all slobbery and hairy, we have resorted to the PetSafe ScatMat in order to save my marriage, to be honest. So what I wanted to do is just walk you through this product itself. Again, this is not sponsored. I purchased both of these scat mats to cover our sectional, and I just wanted to show you just some of the features and the benefits of it and our early experience with it. Now, this may change over time, and so I will share with you as we go forward how we are still liking the PetSafe ScatMat. And quite honestly, I'm hoping that we don't always have to use these. I think my thought process is that we will use them, Sully will experience them, and then no longer even be tempted to get onto the couch. With that in mind, let's dive into the PetSafe ScatMat so I can share with you just how it works and what we think of it. So the PetSafe ScatMat comes in multiple different sizes. We purchased two of the sofa size, which are 60 inches by 12 inches. We got two of those to fit our L-shaped sectional. But there are other sizes as well. So I have some notes just so I can share with you the accurate information. They have a curved mat that you can get that's 50 inches by 12 inches, and that would be like if you needed it to go around a corner, stairs, Christmas trees, anything like that, trash cans if your dog is getting into the trash can. They have a large size, which is 48 inches by 20 inches, a medium that is 30 inches by 16 inches for smaller areas and smaller furniture, and then they have a strip that would be more like for cats, I would imagine, that get up onto your windowsills that are only like 3 inches wide by 46 inches long. So that would just be a strip for like maybe even countertops if your dog is a counter surfer, that kind of thing. Now, again, I would use other methods first before resorting to this personally. Depending upon what your situation is and how much your dog needs to be deterred, this is a pretty benign way to deter them that so far has been working really well for us. But I wanted to give you those dimensions. So this, again, is the sofa version that is 60 inches by 12 inches, designed for couches, large furniture, or it says car hoods, so that would be, again, probably be for a cat. The way that the PetSafe ScatMat works is that when pressure is placed on the mat, so i.e. your dog jumps up onto the couch, they will either hear a tone or feel a static pulse if they stay on the couch. So it's nothing that is painful. it is just a warning to them to get off. And so far, it's been pretty effective for us. But let me just walk through just how the PetSafe ScatMat can be set and how it actually works so that you can see it and hear it in action. In order to activate the PetSafe ScatMat, you will put in a 9-volt battery, and then you are going to snap the battery-powered unit here, the controller, to the mat itself. If you are using this for like a countertop or someplace that you need kind of a grippy pad so that it doesn't move, they do have this, and there's little cutouts here that allow the controller itself to not move the plastic mat. So once the battery is on and you've snapped the actual controller in place, you will turn it on. Once you have it turned on, you'll see there are a few different buttons. There's an up and a down arrow, and you'll see on the screen 3 different indicators. So the first one is whether it's on sound or static, or both. You'll see a little light, so there's a little musical note that shows you the way that the ScatMat is set up now is just for sound. Okay, so you can set this up so that there's no static whatsoever, if that is something that you are opposed to. The other thing that it shows you is the battery level of your 9-volt battery that you have put in there, and then it has a counter, which is really fun to see whether or not the ScatMat has been activated or not. So right now you can see that it's just on 0. So when you power it up, it automatically resets itself every time you power it on. So now it's set to 0 because it hasn't been activated yet. So if you push the up arrow, you'll see how the screen, the LCD screen changes. You'll see now it is set for sound and a pulse, a static pulse, with 1 level of power. So basically it comes in 3 levels, with similar to like a cell phone where you have cellular service and you have a number of bars of power. That's how this is set. So the static charge is set to power level 1. If you click it again, you have another level of power, and then you click it again, that is set for static charge of full power. So if you click it again, you'll see the sound is off and it is just the static power. So again, level 1, level 2, and level 3. The way this works is that there's basically 7 different levels. You can have static or sound, and then 3 levels of power of each, or just the sound itself. Ideally, quite honestly, now that, and I'll share with you our early experience with Sully setting this off, but now that he has felt it, we are praying that now we could just set it for the sound and have the sound be the trigger for him to stay off the couch. So in other words, he's never ever going to feel any kind of a static pulse when he gets on the couch. And he would be deterred to doing that anyway. So I know what some people might say. This is a method that they wouldn't feel comfortable using with their dog. I can assure you, I would never do something to my dogs that would cause any sort of pain. This is a static charge that is no different than if you are on carpet in socks and you rub your feet on the carpet and then you touch something, you have that little burst of static electricity, or you touch something metal in a very dry environment. Sometimes you'll have a static charge. We used to do it as kids where we would purposefully rub our feet on the ground and then go, gotcha, and it was kind of a fun game. So it is something that will trigger your dog for sure, would be a deterrent, but is not anything that's going to cause pain. Again, I would never do something that would purposefully cause pain to my dog, but I am looking for a deterrent. 100% of the time effective at preventing my dogs from getting on our new couch. So with that in mind, I will share with you just our quick experience. We have used this and Sully has set it off 1 time and so far has not set it off again. So once we unboxed it, we spread out the 2 ScatMats on the L-shaped sectional and went out. We had church for the evening, and so we went out. And when we got home, the blanket that was on the back of the couch was a little disheveled, and the ScatMat itself, in the very place where Sully likes to lay, was a little pushed and bundled up a little bit, you could say. So we could tell he had been on the couch. And unfortunately, I did set up a camera to film whether or not he got on there, but the camera timed out in 29 minutes, 59 seconds. So unfortunately, it was after the 30-minute mark that he attempted to get on the couch. And so we could tell from the controller that it had increased by 1, so he had been up here. And it looked like it was disheveled enough that he probably leaped up here and then jumped back off, is my guess. Because what will happen with the PetSafe ScatMat is that if your dog stays on it, it will time out in 8 seconds. And then it'll wait another 4 seconds and then turn back on. So if the animal, the cat or the dog, continues to lay on there, in other words, ignoring either the sound or the static, it'll start again after 4 seconds of being off. So it goes off for 8 seconds, it pauses for 4 seconds, and then it'll restart. Hopefully I said that right. And so since then, we've used it a couple of more times when we have left the house, and you can tell by the counter that it's not been set off again. So my hope is that it was effective with just the one time feeling the static charge. We're praying that now we can just set it for the sound, where the sound alone would be the trigger to keep Sully off of the couch. So we are hopeful. I will continue to give you updates on how well this is working for us, but so far, so good, and certainly more attractive than the foil and the pots and pans all over our new couch. I'm interested to hear what your experience has been with the PetSafe ScatMat. If you've tried it before, or if you have any questions or comments about it, put those in the description below. And certainly, if you have any other methods that you have used that have been incredibly successful for you, I would love to hear those in the comments below. And in the description below, I'll have links to everything we discussed today, including the prior video that I did, as well as the full blog post on the PetSafe ScatMat. So again, this was not a sponsored video and not really a sponsored review. It's just an initial take on a product that we are trying out. So I hope you liked it. And don't forget, if you have a big dog or you just want one, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button if you got value from this video. Make sure to turn your notifications on so you don't miss any future videos, and we will see you in our next video. Bye for now.